Salalah, Oman is an industrial shipping port on the southern coast of Oman. There is no cruise terminal at this port. Upon leaving your ship, you'll be handed an entry card by the ship's staff. You must return this card as you board later in the day. Directly outside the ship, there will be shuttle buses waiting to drive you to the port gate. It is about 2 kilometers and will take about 5 minutes. The buses can get crowded, and they often don't have the air conditioning on. You'll be dropped in a parking lot outside the gate, which is served by a city bus and a lot of taxis. Be prepared. As soon as you walk off the shuttle bus, you'll be swarmed by taxi drivers offering their services. There were more taxis than tourists, so we decided to bargain before getting in one. The listed rate for a two-way trip into town and to have the driver wait for you at the destination is around $70 US. But we were able to negotiate this down to $40 US. There is a large sign that lists the prices for many common destinations. All listed prices will be in local currency, but US dollars and euros are accepted by cab drivers. Know the exchange rate before you try to bargain. The drivers were aggressive but not mean or rude in any way. As you leave the port, you'll catch views of the sea and the barren landscape, which eventually turns into beige and cream-colored buildings. You'll see familiar brands like Hilton and Pizza Hut, but most shops are local. It will take about 15 minutes to drive into town. We started our tour at the Al-Husn Souq, which is one of the main tourist shopping areas. By market standards, it is not huge and can be covered in an hour, less if you're not that into shopping. Frankincense, perfume, and clothing were the main items for sale, as well as the usual tourist knickknacks that can be found in any port. If you are on a city tour through the ship, this will probably be your last stop. We found it pretty easy to bargain, as many of the vendors were carrying the same merchandise. Vendors are only moderately aggressive, but a few did try to rub oil on our arms without asking us. Just south of the market, about a 2-minute walk, is the beach. The beach is beautiful and not crowded at all. We took a short stroll to the beach and enjoyed our time taking pictures and soaking up some sun as our driver waited for us back at the market. It is definitely worth a visit if you have the time and your tour allows. Other stops for most tours include the Sultan Qaboos Mosque, which is in the city center, and also the Museum of the Land of Frankincense. Other shore excursions on offer from the boat included Job's Tomb and Mughsail Beach, and a combination of various minor archaeological sites. In our opinion, though, none of the ship's tours will match the other ports in this region. So if you are just looking to experience Oman, visit the market and hit a beach. The taxi by the port is the best choice for around $40 total for 2 people. You'll get a great sense of the people and culture, mix in with locals, and you'll have a great time. Most ship tours include the market and the beach and add 1 or 2 stops, but you'll end up paying 4 or 5 times more to see those extra attractions that aren't that interesting. Even if you wanted to visit off-the-beaten-path destinations, your taxi driver will be more than willing to take you for a bargain price that will be much less than ship tours. On the way back to our boat, our driver offered to take us to a waterfall and other archaeological sites. If you've taken a taxi, they'll drop you off at the same parking lot they picked you up, and you'll take a shuttle bus back to the ship. There is no need to show a passport, and in fact, our ship kept our passports the entire time we were in port. Overall, Salalah, Oman is a worthwhile port, but not a can't-miss stop. We are glad we decided to get off the boat and adventure into this city.